Hey everyone, it's Grow with Joe here to give you more lessons on how to either improve your finances or help you with your self-development. And today we're going to talk about my 5 ways to help you with time management. And time management is important to me. I read this really good book called On the Shortness of Life by Seneca. Fantastic book, only 110 pages long, but it teaches you that life is long as you know how to use it. And most people don't know how to use life. And uh, recently, early this year, Kobe Bryant passed away at like 42, 43 years old. Today, while I'm recording this video, just learned about Chad Boseman. He passed away. He was 43 years old, 4 years dealing with cancer and everything. But he lived a great life, lived a long life. He used it as best as he can. And that's the key about life is be least wasteful of it and just try to enjoy it as much as you can and do those things. It's not going to be easy at all times. It's not going to be fun at all times, but you focus on doing important stuff. And to help me focus on important stuff, I use 5 different tools or mindsets or workflows that help me out. So the first way to help me with my time management is I use my calendar. If it's not on my calendar, it's not going to happen. I'm going to forget. I might go over, but if I know that, hey, from this time to this time, this is going to happen. Hey, I'm going to work on this right here. So something to do is time block every day. It's just like, hey, what do I want my next day to look like? And I would recommend when you're filling out your calendar and everything, make sure you do the hard stuff first, and then add all the easy stuff, like the administrative stuff, at the end of the day when you don't need that much energy. So a really good tip is if you go to a judge, you want to go to the judge right as early as possible or right after lunch, because when the judge is seeing more cases, he's getting more tired, and so then he's not going to be able to think as well, and he's just going to rely on some rule of thumbs, and that might not be in your best interest. So, and the same thing with your calendar. You want to do stuff when the tough stuff when you have the most energy. So put on your calendar. So like if you need to write a paper or do a presentation, like do it after lunch or first thing in the morning, right after you have your cup of coffee and everything. And after you listen to my podcast, Your Daily Cup of Joe, which is on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Music. So use your calendar to schedule those important tasks that you need to accomplish. The other thing that helps me with time management is Evernote. I love Evernote. It syncs with my phone. It syncs with my laptop right here that I'm recording this video on. So if I write a note and then I can work on it while I'm sitting down in traffic or doing something else, or if I need to remember something, or if I need to write something down really quickly, then I could write a note, and then I can add a reminder to that note, be like, hey, I need to look at this note a week from now and everything. And that helps me out. So I write all my notes in Evernote, and then I can add a reminder to that. So I add a link right there in the description. Be like, here, you can get the Evernote. Use my link to sign up. But yeah, that's a definitely game changer. I also like the premium version, because you can scan documents. So if you like writing stuff down, you can take a photo of it, and the premium software will be able to scan your writing. So if you write like Wednesday, March 4th, and you type that in to your Evernote, it will find that for you. And you can add tags as well. So you can be like, hey, this is something for project management. Hey, this is for personal development and everything. Add different libraries or notebooks to just organize all your thoughts. And that really helps me. So like, instead of wondering like where everything is at, I know it's in Evernote, and it can help me find that stuff really fast. And it's really good for saving. Instead of having a lot of bookmarks, I just I use the web clipper and put the articles into my Evernote. It saves me lots of time. And it helps me grab information really quickly. And that's really important. Like, oh, if it takes me an hour to find information versus 5 minutes, hey, I'm wasting a lot of time. So you want to have a good organization system where you're keeping all that information and then you can grab it from. The third way to help me with time management is appointment software. So to help me schedule calendar events and everything with clients or whatever. I send them, instead of going back and forth on email, be like, hey, what time? Oh, that doesn't work. Oh, that doesn't work for me and everything. And just like, hey, here's a link to my calendar. You can schedule something. Makes it a lot easier. You can use Acuity. I use Calendly to help me. And it's like $10 a month to set up for that. Tip number 4 is a mindset. So when I get an email, I only check emails 1 hour a day if I can. Sometimes I do, like it depends, but if it's not important, then I will address it later. And it's during my admin time. So, and the same thing with text messages. If I get a text message at 9 p.m. at night, I'm not going to respond to it. I'll respond to it tomorrow at 7 or 8 a.m. Because I'm trying to get ready for bed and everything. If it's important, I will schedule it. So you got to realize that text messages and your email inbox is just a convenient place for you to focus on somebody else's agenda. Or they're responding, like it depends and everything. But the idea is don't respond to emails right away. You want to batch that into another time. Be like from 4:30 to 5 o'clock, I'm going to check my email, check my text messages, because I got to really focus on this really important stuff. You want to focus on the stuff that's important but not urgent, like going to the gym, going to the dentist, working on those big projects for work that are going to help propel your life forward. Checking your email inbox, organizing your desk, those could be things that are urgent but not important. It could be bugging you because you see it right there, but just realize like it's noise. It's not going to help you progress your life forward. It's not going to level you up as a person. All right. And then the fifth tip I have is use your virtual assistant on your phone to set reminders. Be like, I use Google. I have an Android phone, so I'd be like, okay, Google, hey, remind me to send a text message to this person at 4 p.m. And then I get that reminder, or be like, hey, remind me to do this. And so I get reminders. So that's a quick way. Instead of writing it down, just say it. And it's just like, okay, now I was like, okay. And then when you see it, take care of it right away. Have the habit of accomplishing those things right away. If it takes 5 minutes, just do the 5 minutes and just build that habit like, hey, this is something I told myself I wanted to do, and I'm going to do it right now. Do that, and things are going to be a lot easier. You're going to get a lot more stuff done. You get a lot more stuff done versus the other people that are in your environment or you're competing with. More videos you make, more articles you write, more phone calls you make. It's going to help you out. Life is a game of numbers in a sense. So those are my 5 tips to help you with time management. That's what I use. So the key thing is use your calendar. If it's not on your calendar, it's not going to happen. When you're using your calendar, also recommend using different color codes so that you can look at your calendar like, okay, I know which one's meetings, these are admin time, this is personal time. And that also helps with if you're in a relationship as well. Another tip, my second tip is use Evernote as a way to organize your information and get information as fast as possible. Tip number 3 is use appointment software to schedule meetings if you're in that role and everything, and that can help with other folks as well. It just helps you get stuff done. You can use Calendly for free as well. Tip number 4 is don't respond to emails and text messages right away unless it's important. Say that for your admin time and just batch it so you can accomplish everything at once instead of being like, hey, let me do this task and this task and go back and forth. So when you switch tasks, there's something called mental residue where it takes about 26 minutes for you to stop thinking about that previous task. And so you're going to be a lot slower on that task. So when you batch things, do a task, take a 5-minute break, and then move on to the next thing. And the fifth tip is use a virtual assistant to set reminders. So just go on your Google or say, okay, Siri, be like, hey, Siri, remind me to do this. Hey, Siri, remind me to do that. and then that should help you out a lot. My Siri just went off, and it just happens. They're always listening. But those are my 5 tips to help you with time management. If you want a free copy of my book, More You Know, More You Grow, How to Get Better Every Day, just go to growwithjoe.me/book, and you can download the book right there. It's going to be in the description. If you want to schedule a complimentary discovery call with myself, I'm accepting new clients. You can go use my Calendly link to set that up. And if leave a comment to see if there was any confusion, or if there's something that you really enjoyed about this video, please let me know. Or if there's anything else you would like to learn about when it comes to financial planning or personal development or time management, I would love to make a video about that. So hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Hope you learned a lot. And remember, if you go with Joe, you can grow with Joe, because Joe knows Joe. All right, take care.